Well, hello there, people. It's been a while, about a month, maybe a little over a month. Actually, almost a month since I uploaded the last vlog, which was the last setup vlog. I have done the walkthrough video and stuff. First project for the 2021 season, and it's the first one I have been doing the last 5-6 years. It's gonna be Christmas lights. As you can see, I got 2 tubs there, and those 2 tubs have the lights that go up along the eaves. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started putting up the Christmas lights, getting the Haunted Tints Twisted Christmas display set up and going. But I did want to show you this. The haunt is all the way torn down. We got, let's see, what is today? What is today? Hold on one second while I check. It is November 17th. And I want to cover Halloween just a tad bit. This morning, I got on Facebook, and it had one of my memories up from a year ago today. It basically said Halloween is totally down, front yard's empty, we got everything put away except for my shop. Which is basically about where we're at now. Yesterday, Sunday, the 16th, we went through, got everything up in the attic, got stuff down in the basement with my mini workshop cleaned up and put away. And then we had the total disaster right out in the backyard. Spent most of the day doing that. Then we got up in the attic and we got down all the outdoor Christmas stuff. So the bedroom's a mess again with Christmas stuff now instead of Halloween stuff. Last night I worked in the shop, and the shop is totally clean. All I've got left are 2 5-gallon buckets heaped up and over with all the fasteners, the stakes, and what I gotta sit down and sort. And I made it through 1 bucket last night. I got another bucket to do tonight, and then some detail sorting to do. And I'll be working on that stuff in the evening. But that's the extent of our Halloween stuff for the 2020 season. Now, I apologize. I know I was hemming and hawing about doing a teardown series for the haunt, and I chose not to on purpose because I'm just burned out on editing. With having to do all the setup vlogs, editing every goddamn day, and then doing the walkthrough video, and then the head count video, which I did not post. I'm not going to post a head count video. And then after that, scare cam footage, and I've kind of petered out on the scare cam. There will be some scare cam footage from the haunt. I don't know when that's going to be up because I'm staying away from the computer. I'm computered out for the meantime. So I still got that to do too. But anyway, I've been running my mouth long enough. We got to get the Twisted Christmas display set up. And our first order of business is that right there. Those 2 tubs. And those are the lights that go up around the eaves. So I got to get the ladder out. It's been raining all day, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a wet day. But let's go ahead and get this started. Okay. It's after 4:30. Almost 5 o'clock. It's getting dark. It's wet. It's not raining, but it is extremely wet and drippy. And we got the eve lights for the most part done. And the last couple of years, I screwed up on my count on the eve lights. I was thinking I had 4 strands of icicle lights up there. I got to looking at it today. I have 5 strands, and each strand is 150 lights. So, that's 750 lights on the icicles, plus 50 on the big bulbs going along the eaves. So that brings me up to a grand total of 800. Almost. When I got the icicle lights up tonight, I noticed I had a section there, and a section there that were burned out. So I had to go through and check lights. And I got those working. I'm over here, I got this little section here and that little section right there. I still need to double check, get them working. I will do that tomorrow. I'm not doing it tonight. I'm cold. I'm turning into an icicle out here. I can't feel my fingers and stuff. I'm going to call it quits for tonight out here. But I'm going to leave the count at 800 for tonight. So we've got 800 lights up, and that's the start. Now I brought 2 tubs out with me tonight. That tub right there had the icicle lights in it. It's empty, so that can get put away. That one had the big bulbs in it, and I got to looking at it. It also has the icicle lights down there and the net lights at the top of the tree. So we'll be working on that tomorrow. And that's got a side project with it. I need to get up, and you really can't see, too dark. But I need to trim the top of the tree off, get some of the suckers and stuff pruned off, or I won't be able to get those net lights on. So I'll do that during the day tomorrow. So for the ballpark, what we're going to be working on tomorrow, we got to finish getting these icicle lights working 100%. We got to trim the top of the tree, and then we got to get the net lights and the icicle lights that hang up around the edge of it up on that tree. That will be for tomorrow. Once that's done, then we can branch out and start doing other things. So now as far as footage for today, day 1, I got one little side project we're going to be working on after dinner, and I'll give you a clip of that once I get to it. I mentioned when I was finishing up outside that I had another project. This is another project, the other project. This is a slide of penguin children that go within the penguin portion of our display. Like the adult penguins, it's a very old prop. We bought it down at Costco years ago. And every year I have problems with it, and it's getting to the point now where the light strand is starting to fail and stuff. So what I want to do is I want to get in here and remove the old lights and restring it. It's supposed to have 150 lights on it. The slide itself and both the penguins are supposed to light up. I think neither of the penguins light up anymore, but the slide works about halfway. Well, last year I went and bought new lights, and this is a strand of 200 lights. We're going to actually remove the old lights and put new ones in. And it can be a hell of a process. But we're going to be working on this one in the evening, and I might cover it a little bit. I mean, it's nothing really hard. Well, good morning and welcome. I want to say build day 2 for some strange reason. And it is actually morning. Yesterday for day 1, I didn't get out here till about 2 o'clock. So it was a late day, it was one reason why I didn't get very much done. We're out here messing with up along the eaves. This section right through here is working fine up until this point right there, and around the corner. I still got to get the icicle lights fixed and working, and then from there down is working fine. I got those tested last night, so we're going to start off with that, get those lights tested, get those lights working. So we're done with the eve of the house. Our next major project is that tree, and you see, I hope, a bunch of suckers and stuff sticking up. I need to get up there and prune those off. Quick job, 20 minutes at the tops, get all that stuff trimmed off, and then I brought out 2 tubs yesterday, got one emptied. The other tub, once I got the lights, the big lights out of it, up there on the eave, had the net lights and the icicles that hang along the rim of the tree in it. Hence why I'm pruning the tree. I'm going to get that done. My goal is to try to get as much of the ladder work done as I can. The eave, the top of the tree are my two big projects. And then we have a change with our display this year. I might need the ladder for too. We're thinking, in fact, I guess I can tell you about the change now. This spring, that bush over there, the bush over there, and this dead one here, are replacement trees. We used to have some big arborvitaes there that took 4 net lights each. So I had 12 net lights that went up. Well, since we took the trees down, these little ones only hold 1 net light. So I'm going to have 9 sets of net lights left over. And we're trying to figure out what to do with them. Finally figured out what I'm going to do is we're going to put them up here. We're going to put them down the driveway. Use them down here. And we're going to go around the corner on the end one and just work our way down until I run out of net lights. I don't want to lose the light count. And I've been wanting to put lights on those arborvitaes for years. I just haven't wanted to spend the money to buy the net lights to do it. So I'm going to need the ladder there to get the tops of the net lights and stuff in. So we've got that to do for fence work. We got the wrought iron pole, which is fence work. We've got the top of the tree, and then the eaves, which I am currently working on. And right now we're going to get the eaves done, and then we'll work on the top of the tree. So that's our goal for today, and we'll have to see how far we get from there. Well, a little bit more progress made. Got up here, and I got all my spots done. And we got a curious neighbor over there. See, he's right there. But anyway, we made progress. We got the lights fixed on the eave, and we got the top of the tree done. Next tub to do, I brought out, I'm thinking, are the lights that went on the big bushes here. So I'll get 1 net light on each of those bushes, and then we'll start putting net lights down those, and we'll see how far we'll get. Well, day 2's coming to a close. I'm getting ready to call it. Figure I'd give you a shot at some of the stuff I've done, and I'm going to show you a frustrating one. You notice I got a hole right there. This is one of the old net lights. And when I got this all set up to put up, I tested it. It worked. I put it up. Now this upper section's not working, and it's not a bulb. It's the wiring itself. So it needs to be replaced. But I got lights around the corner down to... Actually, I got another dead panel right here. And this was my own mistake. I went to cut a zip tie, and I snipped a wire, which caused the whole panel to go dead. So I've got to replace that. I've also got 2 other net lights up on the front porch that need to be replaced. So I need 4 net lights all together to get this finished. I need to replace that one, the one on the end, and then I got 2 more to add. Right now, with what I got up, if everything was working, I'd have 1,500 lights right there. But I'm not adding that to the count until I get it up and working. Right. Which will be tomorrow, and it'll take a good chunk of the day to probably get that fixed and working the way it should be. But, anyway, that was my frustrating part. My other sections are over here. And I've got to get them plugged in, at least one of them plugged in. So give me a second here. Okie dokie. I'm going to show you the centerpiece of the whole display, and it's that tree. We got that done today. There's 975 lights on the tree itself. But anyway, we got 975 lights on that. That we got done today. Another thing that we did, let's see if it's visible, kinda. Let's see, is that one visible? Okay, that one's a little bit more visible. I've got 3 of these little arborvitaes out here. I got the one there, the one over there, and the one out there, which is kind of visible. They also have their lights on it. There's 150 lights on each of them. I'm not going to plug them in. don't want to drag the cord on and just plug in one little item for 150 lights. So we're adding that to account today. We've got $9.75 with that, 150, 150, and 150. So that brings us up to another 450. So whatever 975 plus 450 is what we got done today. Done and ready to go. The arborvitaes over there, which are unplugged, I'm not adding on as being done because I literally didn't get it done. That's a bigger project than I thought it was going to be. But we got a good start on it. We'll get those finished tomorrow and up and running. So that brings the end of day 2. Time to go get some dinner. Good morning and welcome to day 3. Okay, we're going to be working on the arborvitaes. I have one panel, I think it's this one here, I'm going to have to plug them in to make sure, that works from here to about here and then it's dead. And it's the wiring in here. It's one of the older sets. So I've got to cut it loose and replace it. And then I've got this one down here. I went and accidentally snipped the wire to it. Now I've got a choice on this one. I can either come in here, splice the wires together, and fix it. Or I can yank it and just put up a new one. And I think I'm going to try splicing it first and see if that works. And then go from there. If splicing it doesn't work and it still wants to give me problems, then I'll cut it loose. Now I went down to Home Depot. Looks like we're just getting home from there. And I picked up 4 more net lights. 2 for the ones I'm missing. So it's supposed to go out another 2 net lights. And then we're done with that. All I gotta do is wire it. And then I bought a 3rd one to replace the one that needs to be replaced, and a 4th one to replace the one with the snipped wires. If I can get that one with the snipped wires working, I'll just add 3 onto it. And now I'll bring the net lights down to about that bush right there. And then we're going to be done with that, and I can get it wired, and we're done with that portion of the display. But that's our main goal for today. And I do not know how long I am going to work out here. It's been raining since last night. Right after I quit last night, it started raining. So everything is thoroughly wet. And I don't know how long I'll be out here in it. But I do have Katie out here with Bun Bun. She's giving me a hand out here, keeping an eye on things for me. So I got some company at least. But right now it's time to get the music going, and let's see how far we can get on those net lights today. It's about 1 o'clock. Arborvitaes are done. I went from here, clear down to the corner. There are 10 different panels on here. Each panel is 150 lights. So there's effectively 1,500 lights here. So that'll help a little bit with that light count. I know I'm not going to get anywhere near what Crivolone does. He outdoes me like crazy. But this will get me a little bit closer to him. Just a tad bit. Now I got to go in and get another tub, and I'm not sure what it's going to be. I'm really hoping it's the net lights for the fence over there. And the fence is real easy to do. But if I can get the fence done, then I can plug in that arborvitae over there. But I don't know. We just about got all our ladder work done. The only other real big ladder thing I've got is this wrought iron post, which I need to get a garland on and lights. I might work on that instead. I don't know. I kind of want to get that fence line done though. I'll have to see what I get as far as tubs. I'm just grabbing tubs at random. The only ones I really looked for when we started was the lights for the eave. But I need to get my mess cleaned up from doing those arborvitaes, and then we'll get on to something else. Well, despite the rain that we had last night and this morning, I think we've gotten quite a ways out here today. I am calling it quits. You're not going to get any nighttime view today. Sorry. You know, the lights I've gotten done. I just want to get in the house. I want to get warmed up. So I'm calling it quits, but it's still a little bit light out here. We got the arborvitaes done. That was our first project. We've got 10 sets of net lights on there. 150 lights per set comes to 1,500 lights running down that. And I think I showed you that earlier. Then we moved over here to the fence line. And we got lights installed here. And there are 5 sets of net lights there. Grand total on that one came to 750 lights. Got that done. We moved over here to the little bush. And there's 300 lights there. There's 1 net light and some chase lights on there. And I just got done finishing the wrought iron, which was installing the garland and some icicle lights, which are hooked into the big lights up there. So when those come on, the wrought iron comes on. And there's 450 lights there. Well over 2,000 lights. I think that's good progress. As far as this tub goes, I've got some icicle lights in there and 2 sets of white net lights. And that goes for the arch, which goes right here. And I will do that tomorrow. I'm too damn cold to be fucking with it tonight. So I'll be first on the list for tomorrow. Also, I'm thinking I've got 2 more tubs like that one in the house. One has garland in it. The other one has candy canes and miscellaneous lights that goes on the fencing out here, which I can't put in because I don't have the fencing in. So I think tomorrow, once we get the arch done here, we're going to get out here and we're going to get the fence line in. I'll probably get the lights and stuff up on it. So it's done and over with, hopefully. But, so we'll get that done. We're getting real close to getting the ornaments and all the display items out. I won't put those up though until I get the fence line in. We're down in the basement workshop, the mini Dragon Layers workshop. We're going to work on this tonight. What I'm going to do is, every year I have problems with this. A lot of the sockets are starting to burn out, and you know, I've been splicing it together and what have you. Getting tired of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here, we're going to remove all the old lights, and I'm going to restring it. What's going to make it a little bit different is the count on the lights. This originally came with 150 lights. I went and bought a box of 200 lights. So we're actually going to try to cram 200 lights on here. And they're also LED lights as well. I bought it after Christmas last year and got a good deal on it. So we're going to get the lights replaced in here and at least get started on it. Because we're getting to the point with the display outside. I've gotten all the bushes and stuff done. It's time to, you know, start bringing this sort of stuff out. And I want to be able to just take this out and put it in without having to fuck with lights. So we're going to get started tearing that apart. And I don't know if I'll get it done tonight or not. But it's something I'm going to work on until I crap out and go from there. Well, it's just a little after 10:30. It's taken most of the evening. But the penguin slide is done. And it has exactly 200 lights on it. It took some work. Here, let me get an overhead light on here. There we go. You can still see the lights. The strand I bought last year, I got it after Christmas, so I got a good deal on it. There was a strand of 200 LED bulbs. You know, so it's not, this thing's not going to suck up that much power. A guy down at Home Depot. Home Depot was selling originally around $50 for the LEDs. And I got it on sale 50% off, so I went ahead and bought it. The only drawback to it is the wiring on it is green in color, but I don't think people are really going to notice that much at night. I went and attached them, or attached the lights, with some 4-inch zip ties all the way through. Doing the slide part itself was real easy. The pain in the ass was trying to get in here on the inside of the penguins on both of them, especially that one, because that one's smaller than this one, and attaching the lights in there. That was a real pain in the ass. But anyway, this is done. I can unplug it, set it up with the rest of the Christmas ornaments up in the spare bedroom, and get it out into the display when I'm ready to put this in. Well, welcome to day 4, 10:30, almost 11 o'clock. Katie and I are just getting out here, and as you can see, I'm not wearing my winter coat. I probably will be here in a little while. Sorry about last night, not giving you any footage of the lights that we got done. I was cold, I was wet, and I was tired. Hey, we did get that penguin slide rewired though last night. Today's project, continuing our work right here. I have an arch that goes in here that has a couple of net lights on it, some icicle lights, and some garland. We're going to get that in. Once that's in and done, we're going to turn our attention out here. And before I can put any of the blow-ups or anything in, I like to semi-secure the area. So we are going to get the fencing in. It's going to go from the fence pole across the front and then down here, and I'll leave like a 3-foot gap here so I can get in there in case I need to mess with anything during the season. But we'll get the fence in. Now the fence also gets lights and garland, and that is all mixed up with a bunch of other miscellaneous things. I don't know if I'll get that done today, but we'll at least get the fencing in and then work on a couple other things. So let's get the day started. Well, it's just a little after noon, and we've gotten some work done. Started out, got the arch in. There's 450 lights there. And then I got the garland up around the window. And the garland has 150 lights. So we've got about 600 lights in so far. I don't know how high our light count's going to get tonight, but we'll see. The other project I got done is the fence line going all the way across the front. So now I'm at a quandary. I've got lights, garlands, some wreaths, and candy canes that go on that fence line. Problem is they're mixed up between 2 different tubs along with some other stuff. So I think for now I'm going to switch gears. We're going to hold off on going any further on the fence line. And I got to get my 2 projection screens in. I've got one that's going to go right here and another one that's going over there. And I got to get the frames made up and get those in. There's some lights and stuff that go on, some garland with lights that go on around the border of the screens and stuff. Get those in, and I think we're going to go from there. We pretty much have all the ladder work done. I have one other piece of ladder work, possibly, and it revolves around the net lights I put on these arborvitaes. When I was going through the last tub, I found 2 strings of icicle lights, old icicle lights. I plugged them in. They mainly work. There's a few dead spots in them. So I'm going to work on them tonight. If I can get them working 100%, I'm going to mount them to the top of the net lights going down here, I think. And I'll add to the net lights because I haven't used these icicle lights in years. So we've got that, but that's a project for tonight and won't get done today. But I think for right now, we're going to work on getting the projector screens in and start setting them up. The projector screen here, once I get it in, the screen material on it, and the garland around the border of it on, that's as far as I'm going to go with that. But this one that goes over there in that corner, I get it to the same stage, I can install the Ghost of Christmas Past, and we're going to put the carolers, skeletal choir in over in that area this year, I think. Like this last year we had it here. This year we're going to have it over there. And that's a lot of work. A lot of work. We'll get the screens in, probably the pillars, and assorted things in that way, but I think that's probably about as far as we'll end up getting today. Wanted to give you something lit up. So there you go. We got the Ghost of Christmas Past in. And as you can see, it's rising up behind the screen, which we got in. And we also got that one in over there. As far as I've gotten tonight, and it's getting awfully, awfully dark out here. I don't feel like dragging the light around, so we're going to call it quits. But I am having a problem. If you remember right, during setup, we had a couple of windstorms. It took out our dragon, and it partially took out the ghost. It ended up slitting the back of the bag on the ghost, and we ended up fixing it. It worked fine after that. We're having a problem now. I've got it jacked up. I know I always have it jacked up every year, so it towers over the screen. The problem is I don't have the screen up as high as I normally do. And when this thing's deflated, there's just too much ghost hanging over the screen for when I go to inflate it, it doesn't want to stand up. I have to come in here and physically stand it up. I've lowered the base down about 15 inches. It was sticking up over a foot higher. So I'm wondering if it would be best just to get rid of that base. I'm going to have Sue come out and talk to her about it. Because I want the hands right about even with the top of the screen, so that hand's on the ghost. And if I took that base out, that'd get the hands there. So I might end up doing that, but that's going to have to wait until tomorrow. I'm not doing it tonight. But that adds another 3 lights onto the count if anyone's keeping track. I know I am. As I get things installed, I've been writing it down on that tablet. And I got it covered so you can't see.